Hey, hey. So close, English. Listen us beat you, though. Oh, that is some serious noise happening out there. All right, rewards on raids are like 10 to 15 times weaker than summer. Can we do something about that? There's no more sense to play raids. And when you mean rewards on raids, can you elaborate on that? As far as how what you mean by lower? Oh boy. Well, poke around, check it out at your own risk. Yeah. And I will do a live stream of the tavern, but just not until we are actually live, not like, you know, you guys finding the link live. What chain is that on, listeners? Hey, Babak. So today's agenda is going to be updates on, well, first off, just general Q&A as usual. Updates on various tasks and initiatives that we have had going on, and leaks, like always. And maybe some League of Legends, although it didn't. None of the updates for All Random Earth actually went through for some reason. Oh, also, as usual, you won't be able to hear the music I'm listening to, so you can always count on that too, unless I start using OBS again. It just caused too many problems for me, and I feel like I screwed it up when I tried adding other endpoints. Yeah, I guess it should be this week, huh? What's PBE? Oh, holy moly! Maybe I should just use that then, the test server. will I be able to have my account with a decent level, or is it all start from scratch? Awesome. Thanks for the feedback, Lessinus. And if you missed it in Lounge, we are on track to have the same payout as we did last month as far as the RG token. So to my RG token holders, nice work. Stamina on BNB chain. Define normal, I guess. I think we might actually make it go even less often, meaning only having to battle once every 2 days is my thought. Reduce the gas impact on you guys. Oh, we would add to the unclaim. It would actually reduce the gas offsets. We would have less overall output, but having the same amount of profit is what it would do. What would you do with all your free time? Maybe play on scale. Talk something about the tavern. Seems like alpha is already working great. What's the progress in the 1 to 100, and when do you think it's ready to launch? 1 to 100%. Yeah, so it's already on mainnet, which means we're already like 90% of the way there. We're going to be hosting some internal tournaments just to make sure everything's working properly. And then we're going to be working on getting the first public tournament started. These are going to be cash tournaments, so people are able to, much in the same way. If you're already experienced with like cash games and things like that, then this will be no different for you. it should work exactly as other online poker games have worked, aside from the fact that you can just use crypto exclusively. And then on the roadmap, we're going to be looking at getting it integrated onto our scale chain. We're also going to be integrating special functionality for example, characters, either like just Gen 1s in general, or characters that are level 91 or higher, have different prize pools and different tournaments for people based on their uh, NFT stats. Really, the sky's the limit as far as how to create, more specialized tournaments. So that's what we'll be working on after we get this initial tournament functionality tested. Oh, any timeline for Tavern on Scale? I wouldn't put it at closer to a month. I would say it's at least a month out on the Tavern on Scale. But um, that being said, it'll have the same functionality as B&B, and also you're not going to be incurring a bunch of gas costs. It's just going to be for like your deposits and withdrawals. Oh, the timeline for B&B? Well, I'll give you two cases. So if the internal test of the tournament goes well, it could be in the next 2 weeks. If it needs some more time, maybe a little bit longer than that. But so far, everything seems to be going really smoothly. Already placed fifth on yesterday's. It's ready to go. Oh, in the tournament. So you guys set up a tournament. Is that what you're saying, Advocates? No English. There's no ERF. So I think I'm just going to open up the whiteboard for the next 20 minutes here. Earth on whiteboard. Well, you could be the king of B&B, in which case you're going to have some nice ROI because it still has gas offsets and things like that, at least until the ZK rollup is out. But based on their timelines, I really don't know what to expect there. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, that's an interesting concept. I've thought about that too. Sort of open market, so to speak, of how much certain things should be worth on one chain versus another, maybe based on demand. Whereas we wouldn't have to set it to 7,000, but it could be based on how many people, want to be able to do it. And then it would just adjust based on, maybe the amount that people are bridging from one place to another. I've even considered it for token bridges in general, where bridging one way would give you bonus tokens one way or a reduction in tokens in another. I don't think we would ever introduce a conversion between Gen 2 and Gen 1 souls. That I can pretty confidently say. Yeah. No, it's a great idea. Yeah, I don't even know that I would want to do it, even if it was like expensive, so to speak, because the idea is eventually we can whittle it down to even one gen, one character. There are plans for the 3D combat. It's just not currently in development because we're trying to focus on specifically tokenomic and protocol development, finishing out and polishing what we currently have, versus the 3D combat would be cool, but not necessarily a selling point for people to, buy NFTs. It mainly would just be an additional value add for the existing players, which I think if you guys would agree that there's a bigger value add to have some of our current systems and issues resolved faster versus having a 3D playable game. Yes. So the plan is to maintain, and this will be more pertinent once the scale incentives go live, but to maintain that ability for people to profit, even if it's just basic profits at level 1, while also having a larger disparity in earnings between higher level characters and lower level characters, because it's been requested, and the roughly 400% ceiling didn't feel good to the community. So adjusting that in order to allow the levels to make a more meaningful impact is what you can expect in the near future. I don't have news about the tavern launch other than the testing is going very well, and I'm expecting it to be within the next 2 weeks. I'll actually update that here. You can, but it's also getting taken down. So unless you're into that kind of thing. All right. We're going to actually announce what we're going to be adding to the NFTs, like trinkets, loot boxes, the founder shields, on Friday, and beginning development after the decks and after the meter deployment is finished. So as far as what the priorities look like, but definitely excited to have that finally, some solid information for you guys to go off of. Yeah, mobile app is a bigger initiative and one that will help in 2 ways. One, for making it easier for people to get into CryptoBlades, but also potentially offer ways for people to even purchase NFTs directly through, for example, the Play Store. However, there's some really big hurdles to overcome there. It's the reason why you don't see NFT games on the Play Store right now that we would have to overcome. But in general, it would be a similar experience to buying a book on Amazon Audible or Kindle, where you have to go to Amazon to buy it and then you can use it there. But it would also be nice if we had some of that fiat income instead of just all the blockchain income, because we inevitably end up with various fiat bills to cover throughout the month. Lesson is stay tuned for Friday. We will update you on the key boxes then. Trying to see if we have any other chains. This one's pretty interesting. Sapphire. You can actually do some fun things with blockchain privacy. Um, 9 minutes. Let me know any of your additional questions you have or things that you want to go over. I'm going to actually get another update on the NFT rentals, but I know that testing has been going well. We just have some things that we're still working out with since the release of Equipment Manager. The scale reward pool tokens have already been sent to the Treasury. We're just getting the pools set up. That'll be today. The Valor buyback is going to happen most likely later this week. Just waiting on some market conditions to change. People usually end up seeing the buyback, but I can share the transaction when it happens for Valor. RG tokens have already been distributed, and the fees for this coming month are looking to be on track with what RG token holders received last month. Yes, we will. We're very excited. So they've been in contact with us about their beta, and we're going to be collaborating with them to drive some awareness around it, and also hopefully introduce CryptoBlades to people on the Flame platform that so far haven't made their way over and tried us out yet. So yeah, you can expect some events for us to be doing in collaboration with Flame. This is going to be on the new DEX. So once that is fixed up and released, then we'll have the liquidity pool on there for RG to scale sales, as well as RG burning into the revenue pool. I don't think that would be very wise. It's not a low priority. There's some pieces of it that work fine, and on BNB in particular, has some additional challenges, but that will be that will be resolved and is on our radar. Hey, Jawa, just in time. We got 6 more minutes left on the stream. But yeah, feel free to pop any questions in here. Things are going well. We're busy working on more smart chain integrations, Tavern, DEX, refills are going out today. It is a busy day, and I got to talk with some really great projects too about integrating into our GameFi platform, which I'm considering we will rebrand. This is me just thinking out loud. Maybe even under the Omnis moniker. That way there's a differentiator between sort of everything that we provide to GameFi ecosystems as well as, CryptoBlades the game. BTC is going to dump, my opinion. Yeah, what about Solana? Yes, that's right. It doesn't end up being that expensive. It's just what is being allowed to proceed from your transaction. It took a backseat to some of the post-equipment manager developments, but we should be back on track with getting the Uniswap verified contracts in the back end. I would say continuing integration of those this week. Is the direction of CB now corresponding with my plan with all the changes? I mean, we do plan what we do. Maybe if you can elaborate. Well, I have mentioned this before, so I don't know if it's anything new, but Gen 1s, for example, will have like premium rates within the Tavern. Not initially, while we're still doing the initial rollout, but we definitely intend to give exclusive access to not just Tavern, but certain protocols and features in general, or at least benefits to the Gen 1s as, being the OG holders of CryptoBlades NFTs. So that could also go for Ascension Pad too, if we wanted to have Gen 1s get larger allocations or things like that. But the nice thing about it is what you can expect for Gen 1s is that they're going to continue to be deflationary and get burned. And more of their reward pool share is going to go to the remaining Gen 1 holders and those who continue to burn Gen 1s into them. Reward pools. Well, it's hard to roadmap that because it is dependent on how many Gen 1 people decide to participate in various chains. All right, one or two more questions here before we hop off. Maybe if someone can. It could be possible to have a live counter of that. I just don't know how valuable it is with how many are sort of sitting in dead wallets too, though. Oh, no, you won't be earning Valor with Gen 1. That's going to be skill. Any roadmap for 2023? There is. If we haven't made it public yet, I know that we still are adding some things and subtracting some things and working that out internally, but I can work on getting that out to you guys. Will there be another reward pool in BNB? Possibly, possibly not. I know that when we release the scale pool and the scale grants in that ecosystem, we're most likely to see an exodus from BNB, which means the multiplier would go up as a result of that. Also, it could also go up when and if we change it to one battle every 2 days, because it would be less gas. CB, the protocol is completely self-sustainable as far as the main facets of other projects utilizing our services, you guys utilizing it across multi-chain. We're consistently developing. Could we have one battle per week? We might get there, but I'm going to say not. But no, if we go to 2024, 2025, we're not going anywhere. We already survived the death spiral, which was hard enough. And there's just CryptoBlades just kind of exists and permeates everywhere. All right, guys, I got to hop off. Thanks so much for hopping onto this stream today. We'll definitely have another one before the end of the week to give some updates on the rentals and the tavern and the major features that we have coming out, as well as the scale grants and the liquidity farming within scale. Once I have some solid dates for that, you can expect that they will have been announced, but if there's anything I can give you a heads up on that, I will. So thanks a lot, everybody, and we'll talk soon.